Come with me, for a moment, to the edge of a slow-moving river. The water is the color of strong tea. Leaves stain the surface from the forest canopy above. Something moves just below the surface. A flash of silver scales. A shape gliding through murky depths. You lean closer, curiosity piqued. What creature could this be? Then, for just a second, you see it. A mouth opens to nibble a floating fruit. A close glimpse. Something unexpected. Teeth. Teeth that look uncannily like our own. The home of the Paku is the vast sprawling network of rivers that crisscross South America. It thrives in the mighty Amazon basins. It thrives in the Orinoco basins, preferring the calmer channels, deeper channels, and the quiet lagoons that branch off from the main current. Here, the water is warm, and the life is abundant, a perfect cradle for a fish of its size and temperament. This is a world where the forest and the river are not separate entities, but are deeply intertwined, especially during the dramatic seasonal floods that define life in this remarkable part of our world. The Paku is a true native of this watery realm, perfectly adapted to its rhythms. Many people are surprised to learn that the Paku is a close relative of the piranha. They both belong to the same taxonomic family, Serrasalmidae, which makes them cousins in the grand tree of life. This relationship, however, is where the most common comparisons should end. The piranha is famous, perhaps unfairly, for its razor-sharp, interlocking teeth designed for shearing flesh. It has become a symbol of aggression in the popular imagination. The Paku, by contrast, has followed a very different evolutionary path, one that has shaped its body, its diet, and its entire way of life in a profoundly different direction. Let us return to that first startling glimpse of the Paku's teeth. Now we can look more closely, not with alarm, but with scientific curiosity. The teeth are not pointed and sharp like a piranha's. Instead, they are square. Instead, they are flat. They are arranged in rows that look startlingly like human molars. This dental structure is a perfect example of form following function. These are not the teeth of a carnivore designed for tearing meat. These are the teeth of a grinder. These are the teeth of a crusher. They are biological tools perfectly engineered for a very specific and challenging diet found within the Amazonian ecosystem. The Paku's primary food source consists of hard-shelled nuts, seeds, fruits. In a world where food can be scarce and competition is fierce, the Paku has evolved the ability to exploit a resource that is inaccessible to most other fish. Its powerful jaws and molar-like teeth allow it to crack open tough shells that would deter other creatures, giving it access to the nutritious kernel inside. This unique adaptation has allowed the Paku to carve out a specific niche for itself, becoming a specialist in processing the toughest offerings of the rainforest. This feeding behavior reveals a profound and beautiful connection between the aquatic and terrestrial worlds. During the rainy season, the rivers swell and flood the surrounding forest floor, creating a vast, temporary aquatic habitat known as the flooded forest. The Paku swims out of the main river channels and moves among the submerged trees, feasting on the newly available fruits and seeds. In this way, the fish becomes a crucial agent of seed dispersal, a concept we usually associate with birds, mammals. The internet is a place where strange stories can take on a life of their own, and the Paku has not been immune to this phenomenon. Sensationalized headlines, viral videos have occasionally painted this fish as a terrifying monster, sometimes with the lurid nickname ball cutter, claiming it attacks humans in a particularly gruesome way. These stories, often accompanied by a startling photo of the fish's teeth, spread rapidly and create a fearsome but largely inaccurate reputation. While its appearance is indeed shocking at first, the reality of the Paku's behavior is far more mundane and far less threatening than the myths suggest. Documented cases of a Paku biting a human are exceptionally rare and almost always misunderstood. These incidents typically occur in situations outside of the fish's natural habitat, such as in stocked ponds or aquariums where the fish have become accustomed to being hand-fed. A hungry Paku, expecting a piece of food, might accidentally mistake a wiggling finger or toe for a meal. Given the power of its jaws, designed for crushing hard nuts, such a bite can certainly be painful and serious, But it is a case of mistaken identity, not malicious aggression. There is no evidence to support the idea that they actively target humans. To truly understand the Paku, we must return to its natural world, to the flooded forests of the Amazon. Here, during the high water season, the fish's world expands dramatically. It swims in the shade of giant trees, navigating a submerged landscape that is, for a few months of the year, both forest and river. This is where its feeding behavior is most apparent. You can see them congregating beneath fruit-bearing trees, waiting patiently for their meals to drop from above. Their focus is entirely on the bounty provided by the canopy, not on any other creature that might be sharing the water with them. This interaction is a perfect symphony of coevolution. The trees have evolved to produce large, buoyant fruits to attract dispersers like the Paku, and the Paku has evolved the perfect tools to consume them. This relationship is a cornerstone of the health of the entire ecosystem. Without the Paku and other fruit-eating fish, many tree species would be unable to spread their seeds effectively, leading to a gradual decline in the forest's diversity and resilience. The myths distract from this far more important and awe-inspiring truth. The Paku is not a monster, but a vital engineer of the forest. Well, that's the real story. The sheer size and power of the Paku must be witnessed to be appreciated. Many individuals remain manageable in size, but some grow into true freshwater titans. Reports from fishermen, local communities in South America. Black Paku, one of the largest species, reaching weights of over 40 kilograms, nearly 90 pounds. These are not just fish. They are behemoths, ancient-looking creatures. Decades patrolling the river's depths, growing slowly into formidable specimens. They dominate their environment through sheer mass and presence. This size is coupled with incredible strength, well known to anglers. The Paku is a renowned sport fish, not for its aggression, but for its raw, brute force and stamina. When hooked, it does not leap from the water. Instead, it turns and makes a powerful run for the depths or for submerged logs or for snags. The fight can be a long, grueling battle of wills, pitting angler skill and equipment against the fish's deep reserves of power. A testament to a life spent navigating the river's currents. The source of this power, its incredible jaw strength, is directly linked to its diet. To crack a Brazil nut, to crack a tough palm fruit, requires immense pressure. Skull, jaw muscles, dental structure have all evolved in concert to create one of the most powerful bites in the freshwater world, especially for a non-predatory fish. This crushing force is a survival tool, allowing the Paku to access a rich food source unavailable to other species. Observing a large Paku in a clear water tributary is humbling. It moves with a slow, deliberate grace that belies its potential power. Its large, disc-shaped body is a dark silhouette against the sandy bottom, its fins gently sculling to hold position in the current. It seems contemplative, a quiet monarch of its domain. This vision of peaceful power is the true essence of the Paku, a far cry from sensationalized myths. It embodies quiet strength and the enduring nature of ancient rivers, a true giant of the freshwater realm. Yeah. The story of the Paku, unfortunately, does not end in the pristine rivers of South America. Its unique appearance and reputation have made it a popular, if problematic, addition to the global aquarium trade. People are fascinated by the idea of owning a vegetarian piranha with human-like teeth. A small juvenile Paku in a pet store tank is an undeniably charismatic creature. The problem arises from a simple, often overlooked biological fact. These fish grow. And they grow very, very large, far too large for the vast majority of home aquariums. An aquarium owner who bought a charming silver dollar-sized Paku soon finds themselves with a 2-foot-long, tank-busting giant that can no longer be housed. Faced with this dilemma, and unwilling or unable to find a suitable new home, some owners make a fateful and irresponsible decision. They release the fish into a local lake. They release the fish into a local river. They release the fish into a local canal. They may believe they are doing a humane thing, setting their pet free. But in reality, they are potentially unleashing an ecological disaster, introducing a non-native species into an environment that is not prepared for it. Once released into a new habitat, the pacu can become an invasive species. Its hardy nature, omnivorous diet, and rapid growth rate allow it to survive and even thrive. North America, Europe, Asia. In these new ecosystems, it has no natural predators. It can compete with native fish for food and for habitat, often outcompeting them with its size and aggressive feeding habits. Its consumption of local vegetation and invertebrates can drastically alter the food web and disrupt the delicate balance that has been established over thousands of years. The tone here must become more serious, for this is a cautionary tale. The presence of pacu in a Florida canal or a river in Poland is not a quirky news story. It is a red flag, a biological warning signal. It speaks to our global responsibility to protect local ecosystems from the threats of invasive species. The journey of the pacu from an Amazonian river to a foreign waterway is a story of human action and its unintended consequences. It reminds us that our choices, even those made with the seemingly small act of buying a pet, can have a large and lasting impact on the natural world. While we cannot know what a fish is thinking, we can observe its behavior to gain insights into its world. The pacu, though not celebrated for its intelligence in the way a dolphin or a primate might, displays behaviors showing learning and adaptation. In the wild, they exhibit distinct feeding patterns, recognizing seasons and the specific times when trees drop fruit. They gather under these trees, showing memory and anticipation, a basic understanding of cause and effect in their world. In captivity, learning becomes even more apparent. Pacu in large public aquariums, pacu in ponds, quickly learn to associate humans with food. They gather at the surface near feeding time. Some can even be trained to take food from a person's hand, the very behavior that has led to the rare instances of accidental bites. This is not aggression, it's associative learning. They link the presence of a person with a reward, food. Social behavior changes across life stages. As juveniles, they swim in large schools. Safety in numbers protects them from predators, larger fish, caimans, diving birds. As they grow, predation risk falls and schooling decreases. Large adults are often solitary, roaming the river channels alone or in very small, loose groups. The most intriguing trait, immense power with a herbivorous diet. Pacu bite force is a specialized tool, not a weapon. Evolution crafted an extreme adaptation for a peaceful purpose. It lets them eat tough, well-defended plants. Gentle giant and powerful crusher, the pacu is more than the sum of its teeth. Our journey is coming to an end. The sun is setting over the river, painting the sky in hues of orange, purple, reflecting on the water's placid surface. The sounds of the day give way to the chorus of the night. In the quietening waters, a large dark shape glides silently past. It is a pacu, gliding in a patient patrol. A final powerful reminder. What we see at first glance is rarely the whole story. Appearances can be deceiving, wonderful, surprising contradictions. We began with a mystery, a moment of unease, human-like teeth in the mouth of a fish. We end with deep appreciation for a creature that is not a monster but a master of its environment and a crucial partner to the forest. The pacu teaches us to look beyond our initial reactions, to question sensational myths, to seek deeper understanding of every creature's role. A lesson in curiosity, patience, and the rewards of looking closer. The river flows on, indifferent to us. It will swell with the seasonal rains. The pacu will swim into flooded forests to feast on fallen fruit. Seeds will be carried to new ground. New trees will take root. Their branches will reach for the sky and offer fruit back to the river. The timeless, cyclical rhythm of the Amazon, the pacu, plays a vital, irreplaceable part. A beautiful, humbling spectacle. As we leave the riverbank, we carry this image. A fish both powerful and gentle. A strange smile that hides a story not of danger, but of creation and renewal. The pacu, testament to nature's boundless creativity. More secrets to uncover. more wonders to behold. Nature is always more imaginative than we are.